Is the OP-1 field for you? It's a very simple question with a very simple answer. Do you have $2,000 to blow on a synthesizer? If the answer is no, then no, the OP-1 is not for you. If yes, the question now becomes, do you need an OP-1 field? And what can you do to obtain one without disrupting the universe and your wallet? Do you have the old OP-1 or maybe some old gear that you're not using that you're planning to sell to fund the new OP-1 field? Is this a necessary addition to your current setup? These are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself. The first thing that came to my mind when I first saw the OP-1 field, besides cool, but I haven't really played with my OP-1 in a while. So then I started asking myself, what were the things that made me stop using or enjoy using my OP-1? Besides the fact that there hasn't been any major updates to the OP-1 since I bought it back in 2017, besides the addition of USB audio, which still doesn't multi-track, there's a lot of little things that bother me about the OP-1. For example, when you switch between tracks, you get this silence. This is really annoying when you're trying to perform or play different parts on tapes. It makes it nearly impossible to do it smoothly. There's also a big volume difference when using the synth engine and switching over to the tape. If you're wearing headphones, this can be dangerous for your hearing with sudden volume differences when changing presets. Sometimes I'd get unwanted artifacts on the tape, and the only way to get rid of them was to clear the whole tape. And I had one of the newer OP-1s with the latest screen. So I said, hey, if they fixed all these issues and added a whole bunch of new features, did an upgrade to it, I'll take it out for a spin, I'll check it out, see if it's something worth keeping in my studio. So I ordered it just like every other reckless person out there. I waited over 45 days and finally I got my hands on it. Not gonna lie, I was impressed. It was thinner, but felt the same weight, maybe even a little heavier. The screen looked a little better than the last screen, but nothing crazy. The little speaker was still unusable and already crackling, and the bottom speaker only produces bass sounds, like a kick, which I thought was kind of strange. The new UI looks great, it really feels like a whole new device. The tapes were cool, I wish they would have added some new functionality to them though, like maybe an undo redo, or just something to better the workflow. And I would have also liked to see some new sequencers for both the synth engine and drum engine. Those haven't been updated, I don't think ever. The synth engine is really good, I'll give it that, but it would have been nice to get something more. Is it wrong to want more, especially for this price? The sounds were all the same, maybe they sounded a little bit better, but still nothing amazing. The thing that was the deal breaker for me was that the things that bothered me about it on the original were still there. The tapes were cleaner and without artifacts, but still, no multi-track audio, still get the silence when switching between tapes, and just the same workflow that still could use improvements. After a few days, it just started to sit there like my old OP-1, so I decided to send it back and just save the funds for now. If you look on the side of the OP-1 field, it says OP-1.5. So I'm still hopeful we'll see an OP-2 in the future. Probably not for a few years though. So is the OP-1 for you? If you can afford it, go for it. Hopefully Teenage Engineering will update this OP-1 more than the last one and fix those few annoyances that still need attention. If you try one, you'll probably never want to touch the original again, so don't do that to yourself if it's not something that you're gonna invest in. It really does feel like a whole new device. The comparison that I would make would be probably Analog Rhythm MK1 to MK2, SP404 to SP404 MK2, maybe that's a little reach, maybe SX to MK2. But it is a big difference in the two devices, just how they feel, how you interact with them, but not enough to make me drop $2,000 on this thing. There's so many pieces of gear now, especially in the era that we're in the synthesizer world, that you can make very cool stuff with a lot less. With $2,000, you can have a really nice DAW setup. There's a lot of things you can have for $2,000. But is anything else gonna give you the uniqueness that the OP-1 has? Like, there's literally nothing out there that is competing with the OP-1. The MPC keys, I wish Akai would give us like an MPC keys mini. Like, that would have been like the perfect competitor for the OP-1. I think that would have been like amazing. Hopefully they're listening, hopefully I do that one day. But there's literally nothing out there that is competing with the OP-1. And now we have an OP-1.5, so it's even better. Again, if you got it like that, go for it. If not, don't be hating though, like, it's cool. I mean, I get it. It's really expensive, especially if you remember the days when it was $8.99, because I got my first OP-1 for $650 on eBay. And then there was the whole rumor that they were sold out. They were going for crazy prices, like $3,000, something crazy on eBay. So they said it wasn't discontinued. They brought it back, but for $12.99. And it actually went up to $13.99. I just saw it on their website. Like, I don't know when this happened. They're really quiet about it, but it's actually now $13.99. So if you compare the original OP-1 at $13.99 to the OP-1 field at $19.99, that $600 difference, I think it's worth the upgrade. But if you're remembering the times when the OP-1 was $800, now to go and drop $2,000 on an OP 1.5, I think I'm gonna just wait for the OP-2. That's it, guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Become a patron if you want to support my work, or join the channel, the new channel memberships. Lots of cool goodies, unreleased videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Brought to you by DistroKid. Did you know DistroKid has a few cool ways to integrate your Spotify? If you head to the Goodies tab and click Promote Yourself, you will find Hyperfollow. This creates a landing page for all of your releases, and every time someone opens Spotify through your Hyperfollow, they automatically become your follower on Spotify. If you're thinking of signing up, use the code below and save 7%.